Hi folks, Lucas from Brazilian Blades here. I'm gonna do a relatively quick review. This is a knife that it come to my attention through Instagram by Dude Blades by the Bay, who happens to have a killer collection and an awesome taste, that there is no review online of this knife so far. And it's, in my opinion and in the opinion of other people, one of the finest EDC knives you can get in the custom world. And in my opinion, and I'll say that to anyone, probably the best value right now in terms of custom knives. So, what's that legendary knife? This baby here. Rick Lala, or Korf K2. So, Rick Lala, as some of you might know, he's one of the guys who invented the IKBS bearing system. The IKBS bearing system powers all types of knives nowadays. It became really famous when Todd Begg started using it, and it's simply smooth and solid. There are people who don't like it, people who prefer other types of bearings. Makers usually prefer other types of bearings because they are IKBS can be kind of a pain, and it has its let's say it's finicky to machine and to make it work. But if you do the effort, the end result is a great knife. And I'm fine with bearings or washers. I think if the maker does everything flat with small tolerances and makes it if the maker knows what he's doing, either bearings or washers are fine. And this is an example of a guy who really knows what he's doing. It has this wave milling on the titanium scales, which is really nice in the light and creates a great texture. For small knives, sometimes plain TI is kind of slippery because you don't get a lot of grip surface. But this one with the texture and the dragon spine backspacer, let me see if it focuses. Yeah, focus it. This is a copper dragon spine backspacer. It's something that a lot of Rick's knives have. It's kind of a signature. You can find it now, a lot of them with double lugs. Mine has a single lug, but the double lugs allow you to do the Spyderco flick, which is really awesome. So you see that it's a flicker, and it opens beautifully that way. If you're going to try to open it like just with a thumb stud, it offers a little bit of resistance, but you can still do it. It really shines as a flicker knife, and it's really great. 3.2 inches of blade. This one is CPM 154. Rick really gets the heat treating right on this one. You can see a beautiful hollow grind. Perfect technique. It slices for days, and that's why I say it's one of the best EDC knives I've ever seen. And Scott from Blade Junkie has some of these on his store right now, and I have to say, I think they are the most underrated knife right now that you can get ASAP for less than $1,000, because you're getting a really cool tactical gentleman knife, which is done by one of the legends in the field, and it's less than $1,000, and I think that's a steal. I mean, I've seen lots of knives that don't have close to this quality, and they are 1,200, 1,500, even 2,000, and they don't have the same technique, the same excellence that this guy does. And if you talk to anyone who's older in the field, what they have to say about Rick Lala knives, and well, there's a reason the guy does lottos. He really knows what he really has that nailed down. So, titanium clip, it's his signature. I like that clip because the spring is really cool and it doesn't slag. And it just feels good. It snaps. It's a knife that you can bring to the office, bring to family, go like marriages, or no one's gonna be truly scared of this knife. And not many tacticals do that. So this is I think this is very important in today's urban carry. This is a knife that most police officers will say, okay, that's a reasonable knife for cutting fruit. Sometimes if you present them this, they're gonna say, what? This is a weapon. And the difference between between a weapon like that and a tool could be losing your knife, could be a pain in the ass, like you're in another state or in another country and you have to go to the police to do explanations. So, in my opinion, this knife right now, I think it's $800 or $850 on Blade Junkie, and I think he still has 2 on stock. In my opinion, the most underrated EDC knife anywhere, and the best deal that you can get right now. I think there's one also on Arizona Custom. My feeling is that anywhere you can find this knife for less than $1,200, that's great value, because you're really buying excellence, and the IKBS system is just so smooth. It's the guy who developed it, and I think it's one of the experiences that everyone should have. It's a completely different animal than the IKBS that you get like in the CRKT or poker knife. This is the real deal. So stay tuned. We're going to have a lot of stuff for Blade Show, and follow us on Instagram. We also have a Facebook page. We also we always try to bridge the gap between Brazil and the US, and we'll be happy to do any reviews that we can of knives that you guys want to know. Stay tuned. Lots of good stuff. Thank you very much, guys. See you on Blade Show.